cigarettes, alcohol, gambling, drugs, video games? Can these really be categorized as addictions? Are video games addictive? Very little research has been done about how these games affect a person's psychological state. It has not been conclusively stated whether or not video games can cause a person to become compulsively addicted. In order to determine whether or not video games are addictive, one must first define what addiction is and how it applies to video games. It can be difficult to define what addiction is because this term is often reserved for drug addictions, although the dictionary defines it as a recurrent compulsion by the individual to engage in a specific activity. With that, we can define gaming addiction as a compulsive act to immerse, engage, or even lose oneself in the virtual world of video gaming. Now that we have a simple definition on what video game addiction is, we can begin to analyze the variety of video games that exist. The simplest form of games are standalone games, which are most commonly played on a console. Standalone gaming usually includes one player against a computer artificial intelligence, and are usually played at a reasonable amount of time for entertainment purposes. As far as video game addiction is concerned, standalone gaming should not be considered as an addictive behavior. The next step in video gaming is local and wide network gaming. These games focus on tactical combat and teamwork. They require more commitment of the player than standalone gaming, as well as offering the option of playing other people online, a first in gaming technology. The most popular local area games were Counter-Strike and Quake 3. These games offered players new opportunities, including forming clans or guilds with friends. Soon after the development of these games came the professional gamer, one who made a living by playing video games. Although local area gaming shows some signs of addiction, including persistent use of the activity and use of the activity to escape problems or bad moods, it does not show all the signs of compulsive addiction, and can therefore be ruled out as an addictive behavior. The final style of gaming is the most advanced of the three: massively multiplayer online role-playing games, or MMORPGs, provided incredibly detailed virtual worlds with the advancements in internet speed and computer graphics and processors. MMORPGs are the latest in internet-only gaming, providing real-time interaction between other players and non-player characters, or NPCs. The NPCs were upgraded with advanced AI systems to interact with gamers at a higher level. Some of the more popular MMORPG games include Diablo 2, EverQuest, and the most recent World of Warcraft. These games offer players rich three-dimensional worlds that have the ability to be populated by the thousands. EverQuest was one of the first available MMORPG games and is one of the widest known and researched. It is the limitless options available to players in MMORPGs that make them so appealing. It is as if the games have no end and can therefore never be beaten. Players create an online virtual being, choosing a race, profession, and whether to be good or evil. They live their character's life as they see fit, and it is because of this feature that makes MMORPGs incredibly easy to become absorbed into the virtual reality and lose grips on the real world. Of the three types of gaming, MMORPGs carry the most similarities to compulsive addiction. Players have persistent thoughts about the game. The game can be used as a social escape from life. In order to achieve satisfaction, a player must commit increasing amounts of time to the game. In some cases, there is an inability to control, stop, or diminish the behavior. Because of these criteria, MMORPGs can be loosely described as addictive behavior. Video gaming can be considered to be an addictive, compulsive activity, although at this time it is up to the player to determine their level of involvement in the variety of video games available.